American space experiment, the uncrewed SpaceX Dragon. Dragon capsule should make a successful splashdown in the Atlantic Ocean. It's on its way back to Earth after undocking from the International Space Station this morning. Now, if the mission is successful, the capsule could then be used to carry people later on this year. So these are live pictures right now. You can see the parachutes have opened. The capsule there can be seen, the Dragon capsule, in a bright blue sky heading towards the Atlantic Ocean. Let's just listen into NASA control.
SpaceX headquarters, as the employees that have gathered around our Mission Control Center are sharing the same view as you. What a gorgeous shot of Dragon coming back down.
And here come the mains.
Over the next few seconds, we will see those main parachutes exactly like that begin to expand as they capture more air, further decelerating the Dragon vehicle down to the Atlantic Ocean. Really can't ask for a more picture-perfect shot than that.
And yes, all four chutes now deployed. It's going to continue to descend. It's going to continue to slow down and then ultimately splash down in the Atlantic there. We're now under a kilometer in altitude. Just about 750 meters to go.
In case if you're just joining us, you can see on your screen there, Dragon has just re-entered the Earth's atmosphere after departing from the International Space Station. We have a gorgeous shot of four healthy parachutes deployed and slowing the vehicle down as it is approaching the surface of the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida.
And it's continuing to descend under those chutes. We just passed 500 meters. Everything continuing to look good via reports to all the flight control teams. Now we're at about 400 meters. And just passing 300 meters, continuing to descend. We might be right on time. We were planning on splashing down at about 5:45 a.m. Pacific, and we're getting real close to that bingo time. Just past 200 meters.
We have confirmation that Dragon is now under 100 meters, is 100 meters above the surface of the ocean.
So next up, standing by for splashdown.
Confirmation of splashdown. Dragon has returned to planet Earth. It is now back home, and you can see on your screen our two fast boats racing out to the capsule, now in recovery.
That splashdown came right on time, 5:45 a.m. Pacific, 8:45 a.m. over on the East Coast. the teams that have been ready and waiting, they were staged just a few nautical miles away. They're going to start moving in now. You can see those two fast approach boats already speeding their way towards the capsule.
So there we are, spectacular splashdown in the Atlantic, as you can see by Dragon. Everything went exactly to plan. Wonderful sight, actually, as it came down with those 4 parachutes. And NASA have spent the last few days extolling the historic nature of this mission, representing the first private space mission to the International Space Station, and the first time that a space vessel capable of carrying people was launched by the United States for 8 years. And also, Dragon really marks a return to the format of a US capsule coming back to Earth, the first US capsule since the pioneering Apollo program of the 60s and the 70s, capsules with no wings just falling to Earth, with the descent just slowed by parachute. So now that this has been such a success, this SpaceX mission, it is expected that it won't be very long before the next flight will be undertaken, and that will carry 2 US astronauts on a return trip to the International Space Station, because on Dragon this time round the only crew member was a dummy named Ripley. So this was very much a test mission, and fascinating really. Elon Musk, the founder and head of SpaceX, had said that he was particularly worried about this touchdown, this re-entry. He said, will the parachutes deploy correctly? Will it all go according to plan? Well, it did. It went hitch-free, no incidents at all. So a big success there for SpaceX and the Dragon capsule, and that is the scene there in the Atlantic Ocean after that historic splashdown by Dragon.